Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I am once again with you people on my page of about obstetrics and gynecology study channel. Today I am going to talk about the round ligament. First of all, I will talk about its course. I told you in my previous video that there are three things which are coming out from the corner of the uterus. Number one is round ligament, then it is fallopian tube, then it is ovarian ligament. The round ligament is present just beneath the anterior fold of the peritoneum, and the ovarian ligament is present near the posterior fold of the peritoneum, and this fallopian tube is in between. So what is the course of this round ligament? The round ligament passes from the uterine cornu between the anterior peritoneal fold of the broad ligament to reach the internal abdominal ring. In this part of its course, this round ligament is actually curved and it lies immediately beneath the peritoneum and is easily distinguished. Then round ligament passes down the inguinal canal. When it goes downwards, it passes through this inguinal canal and finally ends by becoming adherent to the skin of the labia majora. And then what it is composed of? It is composed of plain muscle as well as connective tissue, and this amount of the plain muscle and the connective tissue, they vary considerably in thickness, and these round ligaments, you should remember, they hypertrophy during the pregnancy. What is the difference in the multipara and the nullipara? The round ligaments are much better developed in the multipara than in the nullipara. They correspond developmentally to the gubernaculum testis and are morphologically continuous with the ovarian ligaments. As during the intrauterine life, the ovarian ligament and the round ligament, they are continuous and they connect with the lower pole of the primitive ovary. They connect the lower pole of the primitive ovary to the inguinal canal. So they are morphologically from the same origin. What is the role of this round ligament in anteversion and anteflexion? You should remember that these ligaments are lax, and except during labor they are always free of tension, and there is no evidence that there is any role in the anteversion and anteflexion. These round ligaments, they can be shortened or they can be attached to the anterior abdominal wall during the surgery, and after that they can play a role in the anteversion and anteflexion of the uterus to some extent. Then what about the blood supply of the round ligament? The round ligaments are supplied by the branch of the ovarian artery derived from its anastomosis with the uterine artery. Hence, there is necessity for the ligation of the round ligament during hysterectomy. So you should remember why we ligate round ligament during hysterectomy, because its blood supply is very rich. It is from the ovarian artery, and ovarian artery has anastomosis with the uterine artery. And what about the lymphatic supply? The lymphatic vessels pass from the fundus down towards the labia majora along this round ligament.